What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Do me a favor. Hit the like button, share this video. This is an important one. This is very frustrating for me. Jaybird here came out a couple days ago and said that he had been banned from the Madden Club Championship. They will not tell him what he did. And I did a video on this a couple days ago where EA came out and said they were auditing the leaderboards, but they didn't say why. And a lot of people just kind of passed over it and said, well, you know, EA can do what they want. There's been a lot of disconnects. This is the end result of that, though. And there's a real problem I have when EA won't respond as to why somebody was banned. I mean, look at how many purchases this guy made with Madden Ultimate Team. Thousands of dollars invested. He deserves to know why he was banned. And in my opinion, he also deserves the respect to be able to appeal. Now, the real challenge I have here is this is in the Chargers Club Championship. Now, the Eagles Club Championship hasn't been announced, but we all know what happened on live stream. Dubby disconnected a gamer and then went out and bought a card which was overinflated to make it right. Now, these are both terms of service breaks. So, technically, if you're going to hide behind terms of service, you have a former Madden champion here breaking two of them, yet you have another gamer that hasn't broken anything publicly, and I'm not saying that Jaybird hasn't. All that I'm saying is you have to have the understanding of what's being done here. You have competitive gamers, which I am not. Everyone knows that. I'm not a mad competitive gamer. That buy packs for massive amounts of money. If you want my honest opinion, anybody that spends $1,000 on Madden Ultimate Team gets what they deserve. That is absolutely ridiculous. But I'm not here to judge that, right? This isn't about my opinion of what's right or wrong. It's about my stance on what EA has done. So if you're going to spend thousands of dollars on MUT packs in the hopes that you're a good enough Madden player that you can recover that investment through the Madden Championship Series and the prizes and money that's awarded to you, then you deserve the right to understand why they're banning you from that tournament. And even if a situation like Dubby presents itself, where you happen to be on a stream when you're breaking the term of service, where you ultimately would be banned, even when it's this cut and dry, I would offer that you should have the ability to appeal your ban and better understand what exactly it was that led to the ban, so that you can either make adjustments to never do that again, or you can air a grievance or have a case presented from yourself that explains why you did it. In this case, for example, let's say they were going to ban Dubby because he purchased this Cortland Sutton card for an extremely inflated value, and they tracked that back to his gamer tag. And Dubby said, well, I did this because I had an issue during the game that I felt wasn't fair to the gamer, and for me to make it right, I thought the best thing I could do is to give him a massive amount of coins, so therefore I bought this card. You know, someone at EA may hear that and say, okay, that's good sportsmanship. That's you being a good sport. We're going to go ahead and allow you to continue in the tournament. What you can't allow to happen, though, is just a broad brush term of service to allow someone to be banned. I'll tell you why. Because when you do that and you don't give specifics and you just ban someone, you don't create a fair gameplay environment. You don't compare a competitive environment to what they're doing now. Because it does not matter who the best player is, it matters who EA wants to be on the board. So you now have gamers that are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars for an opportunity to be granted to them that ultimately EA has the control over removing them from with zero just cause. And as far as your thoughts on my content or my videos, if you're signing up for that, there's a real problem. Because as far as we talk about the Madden community, I want the best Madden gamer representing the community. Period. I would prefer it be based on football knowledge, but I understand that for the time being, that's not a qualifier to be good at Madden. But I do know what shouldn't happen is EA hand-selecting people removing other people, and then basically controlling every aspect of a tournament. Because that is not creating a fair playing field. And in fact, it's actually giving people the false concept that they can go out and spend this money in good faith to be good at the game and have an equal opportunity to win a championship, and EA actually have complete control over who does that. Because that closes the door for so many people. That means somebody like myself that's outspoken against EA, somebody like you that comes to my channel, well, I guess they could just say, I'm disqualified because I speak my mind about the game. You're disqualified because you follow someone that speaks their mind about the game. When does that actual relationship end if EA is really just trying to control the image of the person that represents their brand in a championship? Now, they already have some things in place with that said. You know, there's a couple qualifiers that you have to meet to even be in position to qualify for these tournaments, which I think a lot of us would agree on. As far as, you know, prior convictions and charges, things along those lines. They already have those guidelines in place. But this is something totally different. This is something, in my opinion, that is completely unjustifiable. And I also know that Jaybird is not the only one going through this. And I know for my audience, it's hard to rationalize. Because most of the people that watch my channel don't engage in Madden this way. But from my standpoint, when I see someone that invests this much time is the big factor in money and energy into a game. It bothers me to know that a gaming company wouldn't respect that enough to give him an actual reason or define actual details as to what he did to be banned from a tournament. That he could work that hard, spend that much money, support this game so much, and then when it came time for the game to support him, they turned their back on him. It's one thing for EA to make a bad football game, guys. You know that. I've made money off EA's bad football game for a long time. It's quite another to make a bad game and then treat your customer poorly. It's another thing to make a bad game and then have a failure to have an actual balanced tournament. Make a bad game all you want. I don't care. Don't treat people badly. That's a different scenario. Certainly, the fact that this guy spent thousands of dollars in this game outside of just purchasing the copy should let you know he's willing to support this product to the extent many people won't. I would never spend $10 on MUT cards, much less $1,000. I'd wager to say a majority of the people watching this video that are subscribed to my channel would probably feel the same exact way. So to see somebody spend that much money and still get treated this unfairly is just absolutely wrong. And aside from that, the fact that we can counterbalance this with someone that we know EA wouldn't technically mind representing them, as he's done before, actually breaks their terms of service on a live stream, it's going to be extremely interesting once the Eagles Club bracket is announced to see if Dubby actually makes the tournament bracket. Because what other competitive gaming mode or company do you know that will ban one person and not tell them why, but allow another person to break their terms of service with tens of people watching and allow them to continue to compete? This is one of the things that we can't let slide. This is one of the things as a community we have to address. However you feel about my videos in terms of gameplay, however you feel about them making a better game, okay, that's all water under the bridge compared to something like this. If you let a company do something like this, you're literally giving them free and open range to do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want. And it's completely unfair to the customer. And there's no justification for why something like this should even happen. And the only recourse he has is to go to social media and ask community members to help. And that's why I'm here. Whether it's helping you guys get a better game or helping people that aren't even aligned with my community be treated fairly. That's what, as a community of Madden gamers, our sole focus should be. Some days we'll talk about the game, other days we'll talk about other things. Today is one of those other days. So go over to Twitter, share this video, support Jaybird, and simply ask EA. Let us know why he was banned. And you know what? If he's wrong, then he's wrong and he deserves it. But as a community, we deserve to know exactly what took place here and why. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking this video out. And you know I will be back, because every day I can make one of these videos, whether it's poor gameplay or poor customer service, in the week with more commentary.